Hi friends, my name is Ogodino Uche Jude. Hope you are having a lovely holiday. Please make sure you stay safe. Our topic for discussion today in mathematics is circle theory. We are going to deal with circle theory 4 and circle theory 5. Now before we go into details, what this circle theorem actually entails and how to apply them, let's summarize our lesson objective for today. So by the end of the lesson, the students should be able to understand theory 4 and apply to question, understand theory 5 and apply to questions. So before I move further, please just hold on a sec. All right. Now, theory 4, opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary, or in other words, angles in opposite segments are supplementary. Move over to the next slide. Now, construction, join B and D to the center O of circle ABCD. This is what they're actually saying. Initially, if you draw this diagram, this is a quadrilateral ABCD. What's a quadrilateral? A quadrilateral is any shape that is what? Four-sided. Now, this quadrilateral is inscribed inside this circle. Now, initially, this diagram has no what construction, or there's no line joining B to D or D to B, as the case may be. But for this purpose of this proof, we need to construct this line by joining B to D. So that is exactly what this diagram has done already, or what they have done in this diagram. Now, prove with the lettering below. Angle BOD is equal to 2y. This is angle BOD. Angle, let's start with BOD is what? 2y. How? From our previous theorem, theorem 2. In theorem 2, we said that angle in what? Or angle at center is twice angle at circumference. This is the angle at center is 2 times angle at circumference. This angle at circumference is this angle C. So if you multiply y by 2, you get this angle here. The same goes for the reflex. Now for the reflex, BOD. This is the actual angle. This one that is shaped like V, upward like this. This is the right, that's the actual angle. But under, we call it the reflex angle of what? 2y. So for the reflex angle of 2y, which is 2x, the same theorem applies. Angle at center O is equal to what? 2 times angle at circumference. So the angle at circumference A here is what? X. If you multiply by 2, you get 2x. So now we know that this is angle at a point, and the total of any angle at a point is what? 360 degrees. So 2x plus 2y is equal to 360 degrees. If we factorize what is common here, which is 2, x plus y will now give us what? 180, because at the end of the day, we divide both sides by 2. So angle BAD, this is angle, let's trace BAD plus BCD is equal to what? 180. So that is the same thing as x and y. BAD is x, BCD is what? Y. Add them together, that gives us 180. So at the end of the day, we have been able to prove that what? Angles, opposite angles of what? Cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. Now, before I go further, what is cyclic quadrilateral? A cyclic quadrilateral just means that the quadrilateral, all the 4 sides of the quadrilateral are what? Touching the circumference in a circle. This is what I mean. Look at this first side, not even side, sorry, that's the edges. Now, this first edge A is touching the circumference. This next edge is touching the circumference. This one is also touching the circumference, and B is the same thing, or B is doing the same thing, which is what? Touching the circumference. So when the quadrilateral touch all the edges or all the corners of what? The quadrilateral, they are touching the circumference of the circle, then we call it a cyclic quadrilateral. Hope you understand what cyclic quadrilateral means. First, the quadrilateral must be inscribed in a circle. Then after it must have been inscribed in a circle, then for you to call it a cyclic quadrilateral, that means the edges must touch the word circumference. Hope that is clear. Now, theorem 5. It follows from theorem 4 that the exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to the interior opposite angle. Please hold on a second. Let me move this a bit. Okay. It follows from theorem 4 that the exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to the interior opposite angle. So let's still prove with the lettering above. So this is the diagram to show the proof. Now, the first step, x1 plus y. If you add x1 plus y, look at it, they are opposite angle of a cyclic quadrilateral. Of course, you know what cyclic quadrilateral means now. So x1 plus y is equal to 180. That has been proved already by me or proven by mathematicians that x1 plus y is equal to what? 180 degrees. Now, if you look at these two angles, y plus x. Y plus x will give us 180. What? Y. Why is y plus x? That's y plus x2 rather. Why is it 180 degrees? It's because of what we call angle in a straight line. So the reason for we adding y plus x2 equal to 180 is because it is angled in a straight line. So from that now, look at this very particular line. Do you know I can make x1 the subject of the formula by moving y to the other side? So x1 is equal to 180 minus y. X is equal to 180 minus y. Since they both have 180 minus y, it therefore means x1 is equal to x2. So it has been proven now that the exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral, this is the exterior angle, x2, is equal to the interior opposite angle. Now let's apply to example 1. In the figure above, CE, line CE, this is CE, this line CE, is a diameter. Please take note. There's a reason for stating that this is a diameter of a circle. Now, ABCDE. Sorry, I'll take it again. In the figure above, CE is the diameter of a circle, ABCDE. Sorry for this dot here. It's not supposed to be. So, if ABC is equal to 127 degrees, find angle ACE. Find angle ACE. So look at the angle we're actually looking for. We're looking for this angle. Follow my cursor, ACE. That's this double marked angle. That's what we're looking for. So it's very, very easy to look or to find this particular or solve this particular question. Now, angle B and angle D. If I add both of them together, it will give me 180. Who can give me the reason? That's right. The reason is because they are opposite angle of what? Cyclic quadrilateral. So because they are opposite angles of the cyclic quadrilateral, it therefore means their addition should be what? Supplementary. Of course, by now you know what supplementary angles are or is. Supplementary angles are angles that add up to give us what? 180 degrees. While complementary angles are angles that add up to give 90 degrees. So 127 plus 53, or 180 minus 127 will give us 53. So the reason has been given to us here, opposite angle of a cyclic quadrilateral. Now, angle EDC is 90. So this smaller angle here, small d, within this particular region. Look at what I'm tracing, please just try and get it as much as you can. This part, this angle D is 53. But from one of our theory, I think theorem 3, that any angle that is what at the circumference facing the diameter is what 90 degrees. That was proved in our previous class. That any angle facing a diameter, this is the diameter. Now, this diameter, if you divide it by 2, this diameter is actually 180 degrees, which is what? Angle in a straight line. When you divide by 2, you get what? 90 degrees. So the total angle here is 90 degrees. So if part of it is 53, it therefore means 90 minus 53 will give us a smaller part of the angle, the smaller part of the angle here. So that is exactly why we said EDA. Let's trace EDA. This small one is what? 37 degrees, because it was 53 was subtracted from 90 degrees to give us what? 37. So if this place is 37, remember another theorem, theorem 2, the angle in the same segment are what? Equal. Angle in the same segment are equal. So if this place is 37, look at the segment. This and this, the line of the same segment. This is the minor segment, the line. So if this is 37, then this place is also 37 degrees. So that is the solution to that first example. Let's go to example 2. Now, example 2. In the figure above, PQRS are points on a circle centered O. QP is produced to X. This is what they are saying. QP is produced to X. So XPX is 77. XPX is 77 degrees. And PSO is equal to 68 degrees. This is the 68 degree we are talking about. Now find angle PQO. Please note, whenever letters are combined like this, the main angle you are looking for is the one at the middle. So we are actually looking for angle Q, not P or O. So the middle letter is what we are looking for. So you are looking for angle Q, which is marked here. So they are joined together like this. Look at the diagram. This joins to this, this joins to this. So you choose the middle one, PQO. So you are looking for PQ. So from theorem 5, that the exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to the what? Interior opposite angle. So this is the exterior angle, 77. Then this place is the interior opposite angle. So if this place is 77, that means this angle R is 77. Now, from theorem 1, the angular center is twice angular circumference. If this place is 77, it therefore means if I multiply 77 by 2, I will have what? 154. So this place is 154, this place is 68. How can I get this place? Very simple. If you look at this angle P, it lies on a straight line. So 77 plus what will give us 180 degrees, which is equal to what? Or let's imagine that we have something like X here. X plus 77 will give us 180 degrees. Why? Because it's angled in a straight line. So if I subtract 77 from 180 degrees, I will get what? 103. So this particular angle P is 103. This place is 68. We've established the fact that this place is 154. Then this is where we're looking for. So if we behave as if every other part of the diagram is not there, let's look at only this quadrilateral here, PQOS. This quadrilateral PQOS is not a cyclic quadrilateral because only 3 sides are touching the circumference, P, Q, and S. But O is touching the center, so it's not cyclic. But if you look at the bigger quadrilateral, that's P, Q, R, S. It is a cyclic quadrilateral. So from what I've just discussed now or said, this is 68. We know that this is 154. Then we know that this place is what? 103. So if you add this angle P plus angle S plus this angle O, which is 154, that's 103 plus 68 plus 154. Subtract from 360, then you get your answer, which is what? 35. Why did we subtract from 360? We know that in polygon, we have the total angles in any polygon. And for a four-sided polygon, which is made up of a quadrilateral or other shapes that are four-sided, the total angle is what? 360. Okay, a question now for student listening. Angles in a triangle add up to give what? Okay, that's right, 180 degrees, and so on. And so on and so forth. So with that, this is the end of our slide, and that is the end of the lesson. Please do well to attempt all the questions given to you online. So all the questions given to you online as assignment, make sure you attempt them. So till we meet again in next class, please keeping safe. I remain your humble teacher, Mr. Ogodino Jude. Take care.